among the mountains. The villagers there lived happily. One day, 3 poor travelers came walking down the road. Their coats were tattered, their hats were torn, their dusty shoes had holes in the bottom.
I'm so hungry and weary. There must be someone here who can spare a bit of food.
Anyway, even a small bowl of soup would be very nice, but I'm afraid the people here will not share their food with us.
But we have nothing to put into the pot except the stones here on the ground. Let's knock on this door.
What do you want?
Please, we're hungry. Do you care? Will you share? Do you have any food?
No, there is no food here.
The door slammed shut. They walked down the road and knocked on another door.
Good day. What do you want?
Please, we are hungry.
Do you care? Will you share? Do you have any food?
There is no food here.
Again, the door closed. They wandered through the village knocking on every door, but everywhere this is what they heard.
I don't care. I won't share. There is no food here. If there is really no food here, this little village, then the people who live here are in greater need than we are.
We should make them our soup.
Let's stand here in the village square and shout to everyone to tell them our plan.
We know how to cook.
We will make the most delicious soup anyone ever tasted. All we need is a pot.
I love to eat. Here is a pot. Let me see what you can do with it.
We fill the pot with water and build a fire. The village began to gather around.
What's happening? Watch and see. We are making an unusual soup. It needs a special ingredient.
The crowd watched as they carefully looked around on the ground for the nicest, smoothest stone and tossed it into the pot with a splash. That's not soup. That's just a stone. Yes, you are right. It is a stone.
But it's a special stone. With this stone you can make soup.
We're making stone soup.
Soup from a stone? I don't believe it.
Who has heard of stone soup? It will be nutritious and delicious.
It will be incredible and edible.
But something is missing. It would be nice to add a carrot for flavor, but where will we find a carrot in the town?
We knocked on every door and everywhere we heard, I don't care. I won't share. There is no food.
Wait, I might have a carrot in my garden. I can wash it and cut it and put it in your soup.
Oh, thank you. A good stone soup should have some onions, but since there were none, we'll just do without them.
I'm sure I have several onions somewhere in my kitchen. I can wash and cut them and put them in your soup.
Wonderful! It would taste even better if we had just a few more ingredients, but we know you don't have much to spare.
Perhaps I could bring a few green beans.
Well, if you are going to bring green beans, then I will bring some kernels of corn.
Be outdone. I will bring several potatoes.
Bring what you got.
stone soup.
I will bring several stalks of celery.
It will need some mushrooms too.
We can bring a head of cabbage and some broccoli. We'll bring some green pepper and some red tomato.
Bring what you got. Put it in the pot. We're making stone soup.
Soup from a stone? We don't believe it. Who ever heard of stone soup?
Everyone ran home to find the vegetables that they had hidden away. When they came back, each one put a contribution into the pot. Then Mary took a spoonful of the hot soup from the pot, blew on it to cool it, and tasted it.
Look at all these wonderful vegetables. They will give us plenty of vitamins and minerals. This will be a good stone soup.
But there is still something missing. We need some ingredients to give us lots of energy.
You make carbohydrate. I have noodle in a box.
I have barley in a bag.
I have rice in a jar.
And we can bring some fresh bread to eat with the soup.
Bring what you got. Put it in the pot. We're making stone soup.
Soup from a stone. We don't believe it. Whoever heard of stone soup?
This time, all the villagers ran home to find some grains and noodles to put in the soup. Each one made another contribution into the pot. Albert took a spoonful of the hot soup from the pot, blew on it to cool it, and tasted it.
The stone is cooking very nicely. Just smell the soup. Too bad we don't have any protein to add.
Protein keep us strong and help all the children in the village grow.
But why wish for something we can't get?
I can bring some ham from last night's dinner.
I have some beef left over from the chili that I made.
I have some chicken legs. No one in my family likes to eat chicken legs.
I caught a nice fish this morning.
And I have a cup of red beans I can spare.
Bring what you got. Put it in the pot. We're making stone soup.
Soup from a stone. We don't believe it.
Whoever heard of stone soup?
Everyone ran home one more time to bring back the different kinds of protein that they had been saving at home, and each made one more contribution into the pot. Soon the pot was filled, and a wonderful smell drifted through the air. Stan took a spoonful from the pot, blew on it to cool it, and tasted it.
This stone soup is perfect. There's just one last thing we need. What's that? It sure would be nice to have some cold milk to drink with the tasty soup. And we all could use a little calcium for our bones. But we understand there is no milk to spare.
I can certainly bring some milk. And we'll bring some bowls and spoons.
And we can bring some butter for the bread.
They set up long tables in the village square. Everyone in the village brought what they could spare, and they all sat down together to eat the stone soup.
Delicious, nutritious, incredible, and edible.
Delicious,
nutritious onions,
incredible green beans,
and edible corn,
delicious potatoes,
nutritious celery,
incredible mushrooms.
edible cabbage,
delicious broccoli. What nutritious peppers and tomatoes. Soup from a stone. We don't believe it. Whoever heard of stone soup? The noodles are wonderful.
The barley is tasty.
the rice is great.
The bread is yummy.
Soup from a stone, we can't believe it. Whoever heard of stone soup?
The ham is heavenly.
The beef is awesome.
the chicken is delightful,
The fish is superb.
The wrapping are outstanding.
They all ate and ate until everyone was satisfied.
This soup is amazing. We can't believe it.
I'm glad you all like our stone soup. No one will ever believe it. After all, who ever heard of soup from a stone?
From a stone and a very special ingredient,
Sharing.
Thank you very much for this wonderful soup.
We have learned something very important from you today.
Well, if anyone ever wants to make this soup again, just remember the recipe. Bring what you got. Put it in the pot. We're making stone soup.
Put everything in that you can share, from the biggest to the smallest, from the largest to the least, and we will have a stone soup feast.
Everybody goes, yay! Action.
We could bring a head of cabbage and broccoli.
Let's try that again. Cut.
What nutritious peppers and tomatoes?
Cut. Try again.
I will bring several tomatoes.
Oh, is that what it was?
I will bring several potatoes.
Whoever heard of
Oh.
stone soup?
It's not just Fred's part.
Delicious.
Up. See, you guys don't know. Cut.
and edible cabbage.
Cut.
Edible cabbage!
That's too loud.
The noodles are wonderful.
The fish is serb.
Yup. Cut.
Fish is superb.
After all, who ever heard of stone from a soup? Stone.